Greetings. I want to take a minute and talk about the challenge of motivating our employees. Actually, it's really not that big a challenge at all once we take the time to understand who they are and recognize them as individuals and understand that each one of them have their own sets of needs and desires and hopes for not only themselves, but for their role in the business and the future they play. And to understand that different things are important to different people. For example, for some of our employees, one of the things that excites them is the opportunity to earn more money because they're trying to buy a house or they're trying to pay off some student debt, things of that nature. And other employees find more reward in having time off to spend with their kids and to take vacation time. So it's really about understanding who your employees are. There are several things to consider regardless of those scenarios, and that is that if you're looking to motivate or to move your employees to the next level or to perhaps increase their performance, let's take a look at one of the key elements is you have to offer them something that they're interested in. Let me just give you a really basic example. Let's say that I'm looking to get my employees to increase their productivity. And so my plan is that I'm going to offer them all free baseball tickets if they increase their productivity. The first thing one has to assume is, do they all want baseball tickets? Because if you're offering them something as a motivator, you have to take into consideration whether that thing that you're offering them is something they're actually interested in. The second element to this would be that the goals or objectives that you set in order to obtain this reward or this benefit, if you will, is that the goal has to be achievable. For example, it'd be one thing to say, if we increase productivity by 5%, this reward is available to you, versus if we have to increase productivity tenfold for this reward to be available to you. So far we have two things to consider. Is what you're offering them something that they're interested in? Secondly, is the objective to acquire that thing they're interested in something that's obtainable? And lastly, if they do acquire this objective, whatever it may be, and you offer them this reward that they're interested in, you have to make sure that you actually give it to them. I can't begin to tell you how many businesses I've run into where the main concern for the employees and motivating the employees, and they tell me over and over again that they were promised some motivation, some benefit for achieving some particular goal. And they worked very, very hard to do that, and they got it done. And then because the reward seemed too great after they achieved it, the owner of the company or whoever, the manager of the company, then decided to scale back the benefit that they were going to give them as a reward. That has, I will tell you, twofold problems. Number one is you can certainly be assured that the next time that an offer is made to these employees to do something, they will be hesitant to do it and hesitant to believe that you will perform. And the other downside to that is you will do a lot to hinder the motivation within the group at the current time. So be careful to take time to understand a little bit about your employees individually, what motivates them. Feel free to design a motivational program that meets their individual needs. So, for example, for some in my crew, it's about more money, some it's about time off. So you can do a blended reward system. Secondly, make sure that you set goals that are achievable, realistic, and yet challenging. And the third thing is, when they work hard to accomplish their goal, be sure that you deliver. Thank you very much. I'd like to hear more about what you're doing to motivate your employees and what has successfully worked for you. So if you'd like to share those stories, please feel free to reach out. In the meantime, take care and be well.